Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people to freely assemble and petition the government for a redress of their grievances. It's the First Amendment. It's all that matters.
Welcome to another episode of the Rick Castellano Show. What am I doing? I'm looking at the time. Why? Because Castellano's got plenty of it. Folks, do you realize right now is one of the most important elections in history? Why? Because we got guys worrying about the Obama administration. What is he telling us? He's telling us that he can't go to sleep every day. When he wakes up, the first thing he thinks about in the morning is jobs, and the first thing he thinks about before he goes to bed is jobs. But he's only had 0 meetings with his job-creating people. And his people tell him how to cut money, how to cut taxes, what to do, how to cut money from the budget. He pays all the money to get the things done. He picks the people to come up with the answers, and guess what he does? He says, okay, thank you, I got your information. Doesn't listen to any of it. Do you realize the Constitution of the United States says every administration must pass a budget? Do you realize the 3 years that Obama's been in office, we haven't had a budget? Oh, 3 years. Why? Because even though it's against the law, there's no consequence to not pass the budget. And if he passes a budget, he's going to have to stick to it. Castellano, you were telling nothing but the truth. No budget in 3 years. Check it out, folks. Why? Because Harry Reid and his cronies want to keep on spending because they want your vote. They want you to vote for them. They don't give a crap about this country because if they did, they wouldn't talk out of both sides of their mouth. You know what? Some Democrats say stuff I agree with. Republicans, I'm more of a conservative. But Republicans say a lot of close things. But Obama doesn't want to meet. You realize that Paul Ryan, before he became the vice presidential nominee, hasn't talked to Obama in 6 months. Do you realize that Bill Clinton, on an off mic, he didn't know the mic was on, had his arm around Ryan and said, you know what? You're the only one that's got enough guts to do something about this. We got to stop this partisan stuff and get together and work on it. They don't, though. You know why? They want to get reelected, then to do it. Nothing's going to happen. Obama wants to get reelected. That's all he cares about. He don't care about you. He don't care about me. You know what he cares about? Golf. Big golf. I only golfed 140 times since I've been president. Hey, my wife goes out and gets purses in Spain. Concerts. Look, folks, I'm all for this stuff, you know, like having people at the White House and giving people, you know, the football team, the basketball team, hockey team and stuff. But every singer that known to man's been to the White House. You know what? Obama was on some radio show the other day talking about all the music he listened to. Yeah, the guy's half white and half black, and all the music he listens to is rhythm and blues, which I listen to myself, but he named, like, he was on a black station, of course. All the people he listened to, all he listens to is black people. Rap? Of course I listen to rap. I'm Obama. I smoke cigarettes. I did all kinds of drugs. This guy don't care. He caters to whoever he talks to. So, me? Who do I listen to personally? Well, Journey I listened to in the past, REO. Lionel Richie, Whitney Houston, Celine Dion. You know what? I love all the old rhythm and blues. I don't just listen to somebody, I'm black, I'm half black, I gotta listen to all black music. He was speaking to a black community, and he didn't mention, when they asked him blatantly, they asked him softball questions, he just listens to black music, whether it's rap, crap, snap, whatever. This guy is racially motivated to get anything he wants. He wants to divide this country. What does he want to do with this country? He wants to put rich against poor. Like I said, before I told you, if you raise the taxes on rich people, they're not paying their fair share. Mind you, it's a bunch of bull crap. Fair share, they're already paying the top 1%. 1%. One out of every 100 people, the top 1%, are paying 40% of the taxes. I think they're paying their fair share. What they're trying to say is they're not paying enough, so I can distribute it more, so I could get more votes, okay? How much more do you want to tax it? First of all, taxing, it's not their money. It's not the government's money. Let them spend it the way they want. I can understand people paying taxes. Tax what they buy, okay? Don't just tax them to death like in the old days, 70%, okay? But even if you tax the wealthiest, the way Obama says everybody, it's not gonna get us out of trouble. So it's the amount of money that you're going to raise by taxing the wealthy the way Obama wants to do. It can only run our country for 8 days. 8 days. I'm not exaggerating. 8 days. But let's get people against each other. I can't run on my policies because they're terrible. I can't run on jobs because it's terrible. I can't run on my accomplishments because they're terrible. I told you if you pass Obamacare that your insurance will go down. It's gone up 45%. If you do this, everything you say is a lie. So what am I going to do? Mitt Romney don't pay his taxes. Listen, Obama, Mitt Romney doesn't pay his taxes. First off, it's not true. He did what the law says. He gave 2 years of what he paid in taxes. Okay? We don't even know how you got into college. We don't know what your grades are. We don't know anything about you. You don't want to release anything, but you're quick to shove the knife in somebody's back. Anybody else to try to make them look bad. Look, it's a Democratic strategy to, one, talk about somebody's infidelity. If it's not true, like in Herman Cain, make it up. Hey, let's make it up. Because you know what? Most of the people are flyby. They live their life. They have fun. They play Frisbee in the park. It's like the Doobie Brothers. And they hear something on TV and they believe it, whether it's true or false. Okay? So Democrat thing is destroy somebody. Your hero, Mr. Obama, Saul Alinsky, said, say it enough times, people will believe it. Well, Castellano does his research, and I know it's not true. You know what? Obama, I despise you. I despise Democrats because you're hypocritical. You change. I like the old-fashioned Democrats. I like John F. Kennedy and so on, but nowadays, Democrats, so partisan, they just, whatever they say anything they can to get voted into office. You know why? Because they just want the money. They care. Because you know what? If you're a senator for 2 years, you get a lifetime of the Cadillac health care plan, because they don't get the same health care plan we get. The Obamacare doesn't go for them. They don't get that. That's for you and me. They don't get that. They get the Cadillac plan, and I'm not lying. Ask them. See if they tell you the truth. They know they're covered for the rest of their life. The best doctors. You know what we get? They tried to lie and say that Ryan's going to pull your grandmother off the cliff. Push old granny off the cliff because he's going to destroy this country with Medicare and Medicaid. Well, Mr. Obama, look at Obamacare, is taking $761 billion. He's taking it out of there to give for his Obamacare. Taking it away. So some illegal alien will get health care that might vote for him. Not because he cares about you. Because he cared about the old people who have been working all their life, gave their blood in the wars, fought hard and worked their butts off, and they want to enjoy retirement now. They got to share some of their money. You're going to take $761 billion and you're going to give it to people that are here illegally. Well, they get welfare. Hey, come over here. We'll give you a free college education. Look, I got relatives. My cousin works 3 jobs to put his kids through college. You know why? Because they want to go through college. He makes borderline. He has to work 3 jobs, but borderline, he don't get no benefits to send his kids through college. He's got to pay every penny. But if he's lazy and he sat on his butt, they go for free. If his kids were illegal, they go for free. 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 The land of the free. People that live here. You're watching a Rick Castellano show, folks. And you know what? If you don't want to hear what I'm saying, then you don't want to hear the truth. Thank you, great granny, for giving me the will and the way. Welcome back, folks. Another big-time star from the Castellano show. Bob Cicciarillo, keeping America strong. GNC ad, Mr. Cicciarillo, you're looking mighty big because you're a big man. You're a big man in Rochester. You're a big man. And congratulations on your new family members. Okay. Start with the good. Let's go to the bad. And the ugly. All right. What's going on recently? Let's see. Romney's accused of killing a little old lady, and Mr. Soptic, my wife, and thing where I used to work for Bain, and the company was destroyed, and big thing. They licking their chops, high five, and thinking, "Oh, we got this guy."
Yeah, 6 years later, she died.
A little research into the subject. First of all, Mr. Soptic, wife, worked for another company, so she had her own insurance. This all happened 6 years after she left Bain, okay, and she came down with the thing. So it had nothing to do with Bain. Mr. Soptic was offered a buyout from Bain. He didn't take it, okay? So Bain stood in a little longer than it probably could if it was just left to the people running it, but Bain kept it going a while longer. But bottom line, Bain wasn't responsible for your wife's death. She died 6 years after you left Bain. 6 years after. And she acquired. And she had her own insurance. Obama, what do you say? Well, I don't, we're not really involved in this. We can't be held accountable for what our super PAC does, or the super PAC does in our favor. But
I never approved that.
I never approved it. Well, Mr. Obama, you lying big-eared dope. Your little girlfriend there, Miss Cutter, she's one of the top people working in your administration. She was on the radio July 12th. And what did she say? Mr. Romney should be accused of a felony for this. Didn't have nothing to do with it. And guess what else, folks? Even the producer doesn't know this. They found an ad that the Obama administration put out a few months back. Guess who they had running the ad? Mr. Soptic, that they never knew before, was already doing commercials for him about this type of stuff. But they didn't know who he was. So, folks, he's a liar. Wait a minute. Castellano, what are you saying? Castellano's going to say it, and he's going to say it with a smile. Newsweek magazine. I don't have the cover, but I'm sure I'll have it for you next week. Wait. Producer, use your magic. Put the cover up. Okay, let me talk about it. Mr. Obama, Newsweek magazine said, "Get out! You haven't kept any of your promises." Newsweek, a liberal rag like Newsweek. What am I calling them a rag for? They're my allies now, and I'm still making fun of them. Newsweek said, "This should be your last term. You are a big lying fool. You didn't keep any of your promises." Read it, folks. It hits hard. It says, "Pack your bags and go." Because even the liberals are starting to turn on you, Obama. You know what? A lie's a lie. Some people might say, I really like that basketball player, or that's my cousin. I'll give him a pass. Well, you don't understand. It's the way he was raised. Eventually, they do something real bad, and people have to turn their back on you. Castellano's turned his back on you a long time ago. But Newsweek magazine, Castellano is drinking a toast to you. I think at least this week you're a great magazine. Keep up the good stuff. And Laura Ingram said, and I hope it's not true, she said, even a clock is right twice a day. A stopwatch, excuse me a second, I'm slurring because I'm so happy. Even a stopwatch is right twice a day. But Newsweek, keep up the good work. And if you don't, Castellano will be back at you. You say Chicago don't hold your values. Well, you know what? Dancing Matilda, people spoke in droves. They supported Chick-fil-A. They had record turnout. They're opening up 50 new locations. Thanks, Rambo, Hobo, whatever they call it. Your hair looks like straw. The last time I seen hair like that, it was on a scarecrow. You goof. I don't want to hear any of your politics. I want you to bow and beg to Castellano because I despise you. I'll tell you what, folks. I wish Castellano's not going to say any death threats or anything, but I wish, though, that I could wrestle him at WrestleMania because I drop kick him from here to Timbuktu. I dribble this guy around the ring. You know what? Awesome Kong from TNA, the good-looking, big, heavy lady. I use him like a butt plunger on her. Listen, Rombo, I despise you. I'd like to come to your city, and I'd like to tell you what I think about you, because you know what? I don't think much. You know, I'm so glad you opened your mouth, your straw-haired mouth, because people in Chick-fil-A, Mr. Huckabee said, let's go have... Oh, excuse me, the producer, he was itching his butt. I thought he was telling me to stop. Anyways, Chick-fil-A, Mr. Huckabee said, folks, you know what? It's time for us to stop sitting back and being picked on because we're Christians. Let's argue back. Let's have a Chick-fil-A Appreciation Day. Lines around the block for miles. Thousands and thousands of people showing their support. Guess what? Rambo, I don't know what he's doing. I was in some gay bathhouse or something like that with his towel around his head, hiding. And that other queer goof from Boston, I don't even know what the guy's name is. I don't even care. Hiding, backtracking. Even Barney, I got a Frank in my throat, Franks. What he do? He said, well, I will never go eat a Chick-fil-A, but I mean, they could say what they want to say. Why, Barney? Because people know. Because America still is, even though we got all this corruption going on, we're still center to the right. We still have American values. It's time for us to start sticking up for our values and fight back, and we did. This Chick-fil-A thing, 50 new locations they're opening up. Why? Because Rambo, the Boston guy, and that Mayor Nagin, I don't know, the guy's a hobbit from San Francisco, said don't frequent the place. Anyways, the place is doing great. So Rambo, go put your ballet shoes in and go ballet yourself off the San Francisco Pier, because I don't care about you.